Hey everyone, in this video we're looking at the big ideas for section 1.3 part 2. So we already looked at part 1, now we're looking at 1.3 part 2. So we've been asked to describe distributions. And when we describe distributions, we want to think about SOCs, shape, outliers and unusual features, center, and spread. Well, we also can talk about the 5-number summary. So what is the 5-number summary? Well, it's the minimum, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the maximum. This right here is called the 5-number summary. And we use the 5-number summary to create box plots. The second big idea for this section is outliers. So what do we need to know about outliers? Well, they are values that are way too big or way too small. Specifically, any value that is larger than the upper fence or smaller than the lower fence is considered an outlier. And down here we have our formulas for the upper and lower fences. So if there are any values that are outside of these fences, those are considered outliers. Finally, we will be asked to compare distributions. So up to this point, we've been talking about describing distributions and thinking about SOCs. But what if we're asked to compare distributions? Well, there's a few things that you should keep in mind when we compare two distributions. Number one, write in context. Make sure that you write in context. Number two, think SOCs. So once again, we want to talk about the shape and compare the shape of the two distributions. Talk about any outliers or unusual features that each of the distributions might have. Also talk about the centers of the distribution and also talk about the spread or the variation of the two distributions. You want to compare them, okay? Whenever you can find exact values for the mean or the median or standard deviation or interquartile range or range, try to use those values as well. The third thing is use comparison words. Comparison words like larger than, less than, similar to. Okay? Use comparison words when you are comparing. Number four, don't just list things. Write incomplete sentences. Don't just say median equals 5 and the mean equals 7. Okay? You don't want to list things. You want to write incomplete sentences as if you were communicating with somebody else, because you are. Now, there's probably one other thing that I would add to this. When you are describing your distributions, use words that end in ly. Okay, let's say it like this, ly. Words like approximately, words like slightly. Okay, if you can use words that end in ly, they can help with your description, and they can also help with your comparing. So you might say, the mean for the distribution of males is slightly higher than the mean for the distribution of females. So not only am I using comparison words, higher, but I'm also using words that end in ly. So those are the big ideas for part 2 of section 1.3. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully you have a great day.